I haven't been this afraid for a new Brawl release since Leon. Dude, RT is busted. RT is the brand new chromatic brawler being introduced here in this Season 17 update, labeled a damage dealer. What an understatement. Of course, with any chromatic brawler, they can be obtained on the Brawl Pass at tier 30. Accompanying RT, there are two skins being introduced for him. Crimson RT, the Brawl Pass tier 70 skin, at a price point of 149 gems. It's actually a really funny skin. As well as, believe it or not, a second skin, Patrol RT, costing 29 gems. Any preconceived notion as to how strong RT was based on the Brawl Talk footage should just be thrown out the window. So when it comes to straight up stats on RT, his build is impressive. He is standing at a staggering 7,200 HP, just 300 HP less than Jackie. RT has high HP, but incredible range here, dealing a grand total of 1,500 damage, which is nothing to laugh about, but it doesn't stop there. Things get wild. A marked individual in the Brawl Talk showed to be dealing an extra 150 damage, but in the dev build they decided to add an additional 0 to that. Take a look at this. It's basically a B mechanic here. 3,000 damage. It activates the mark, dealing 1,500 plus an additional basic attack on top of that. 3,000 each shot. A tanky brawler like this has no chill, dealing 3,000 damage per basic attack, man. Once a brawler is marked and then attacked, it goes away. We just can't see it because we are reapplying one with each basic attack. But this mark dealing 1,500 damage can also be utilized by your teammates. Anyone on your team that shoots a brawler that is marked will get that extra 1,500. So some of the combinations with this mark are quite scary if you ask me, much like a Piper shooting a marked brawler, or a Bee with her stinger shot. We are dealing with totals in the high 4,000 damage range, which is incredible and very easy to set up with RT. But the utility of this mechanic does not stop there. You can have multiple targets marked at once, lasting for the duration. We have 4 here. So RT as a mid brawler in gem grab can be quite devastating, applying marks everywhere. So the basic attack mechanics, I think we can all agree, are quite impressive, but the super is even more ridiculous on RT. We place down the super here, detaching from our legs while also getting a speed increase here on our main unit. The legs stay stationary where you dropped it that can be attacked. The legs do take reduced damage with no outward ability here. As you can see, my main character takes 500 and the legs take 255 here. But really the only hang up with RT here is if the legs die, you die along with it. But getting into the impressive bit, as stated in the Brawl Talk, RT's leg attacks apply the mark. Because of this, things start to get really wild with damage scaling and what the super damage is capable of. One shot deals 1,240, not super impressive, but with the marked unit, you're dealing 2,740, less than the basic attack when long range. I was nervous in the Brawl Talk for this, but we get overlapping damage here when on top of the legs, effectively giving RT a 100% damage increase to that 1,240, dealing 4,600 when overlapped. Some of the most incredible bursty damage here with a super on RT. But if you thought it stopped there, we also get the additional marked damage on top of that. 6,100 damage per shot here with a marked individual. So the possibilities are super intriguing with other damage increasing capabilities that we have in the game. Just alone with the damage gear, we are dealing 6,379. The scaling window of this super damage, just utilizing abilities that RT can use, like the damage gear, is wild. If we're dealing 6,379 damage with the damage gear applied from the one basic attack shot without a mark, 1,240. 6,379 damage is a whopping 515% damage increase, dude. But with that aside, if you hit your super once again, you teleport to your legs, attaching once again. So this character has great HP, fantastic mobility with the super, and speed increased when detached from your legs. A very long range shot that deals stellar damage when marked, wild bursty damage, much like a Jackie, but better, and support mechanics mechanics, applying those marks, helping your teammates when they attack them. But if that wasn't enough, next up, getting straight away into the gadgets and star powers. The first gadget is called In Line. RT signals his legs while split, damaging enemy brawlers in between for 500 and slowing them. So my legs are down there. If we activate the gadget, we send a signal to our legs, sending a piercing shot here, dealing 500 damage and slowing those enemies there. For the next gadget, we have something similar to Gus's gadget, if you ask me. Instantly trigger all active marks on all enemy brawlers, dealing their damage. When I first got access to the dev build, I thought they made a mistake with the mark damage, seeing that this character is dealing 3000 damage consistently. But I guess it makes sense with some of the other abilities that RT has. For example, activating this gadget just really wouldn't make sense, dealing an additional 150 that we saw from the Brawl talk. But if you really need that extra damage, you activate the gadget and get that 1500. But next up, getting into the star powers. The very first star power is called Quick Maths. Marks created last 3 seconds longer. So about 10 seconds, which is plenty of time for your teammates to make use of in most 3v3 game modes. And then finally, we have a damage reduction star power here. Recording. RT and his legs take 20% less damage when split. So as you guys saw already before, the legs were taking reduced damage, but it stacks on top of it. It was only dealing 255 damage, but with this star power now, it's only dealing 150. Like, dude, we could stay here all day. And the station heals up, dude. Oh my gosh. But on top of that, the star power also gives you damage reduction while it's active, dealing 100 damage less when those legs were out. It's crazy, dude. I can't believe the legs, number one, can heal up. It has a damage reduction built into it innately. It's almost going to be just like an indestructible wall just chilling right in front of you to take cover behind. It's nuts. The only other negative that I can find about RT is the marks do not apply to obstacles, so heist safes, but it's not that bad if you ask me, because it actually applies to boxes here, making RT insanely good at opening boxes in Showdown. Like, dude, this can't be fair, right? Look how fast we could open those boxes up in the middle if we had a super. It's wild. Look at this. Squeak, keep trying, dog. You're only doing 778 to my station that I'm being protected by. And now if you chill out and go away, hey, it just heals right back up. This station ain't going nowhere, dude. You know, you can really only tell how a character is going to stand in the meta so much when you're just dealing with dev build. We can only play up against bots here. So judgments right now can be a little bit off, but I gotta say, man, once RT is introduced to the game, this character is going to be one of, if not the best brawler in the game. RT is pretty dang crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit more excited about Willow because of the very interesting mind controlling mechanics, but RT is incredibly fun. And seeing we're dealing with the dev build, everything is subject to change before the update is released. But if nothing is changed, I think RT is going to be just menacing, game breaking, destroying Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars on fire. But of course, be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about the showcase here with RT, a very interesting brawler nonetheless. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you all in the next one. Adios and take care.